Hi guys, Gary here from GT's Barbecue. I hope everyone's doing well. I just got home from work and I decided to do some candied bacon tonight. I had a request, a friend's birthday party is tomorrow. And this is the most requested thing that I do, and everybody, whenever we go somewhere, wants me to bring it. So I'm going to share this with you tonight. And I'm going to use, part of this recipe calls for brown sugar. And I buy this maple-infused brown sugar from Cosmos Q. They have an amazing assortment of things, and this stuff is delicious. So I've already got that spread out down there. I'm also going to use a hot sauce called Truff. It's infused with truffles, and it's just an amazing flavor that not too many people will recognize. It kind of gives it a real unique taste. And I kind of transferred some of it to a squirt bottle, so it'll be easier to apply. So I'm going to go out and get the grill started, and then I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm going to fire up the grill, and I wanted to just show you what one of the most beautiful thing about a pellet grill is. I don't have to start a fire. I don't have to mess with any airflows. I just walk over, hit the button, it turns on. It was set at 375 the last time, so I'm going to lower the temp. I usually like to cook these about 230, and then I'm going to hit the actual temp button. It's at 42, and that'll warm up here in a little bit. I've got it all ready to go, and I'll see you in a bit, and we'll do the bacon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and prepare the bacon. My beer for tonight is from Ninkasi Brewing Company. They're in, I believe, Portland, Oregon, or Eugene, Oregon. This is a vanilla oats oatmeal stout. It's really good, so cheers to them. I drink that a lot. So to do the bacon, I've transferred some of this truff sauce into a squirt bottle. And I'm just going to put a little drizzle across the bacon. You need some kind of a binder to make the sugar stick. Some people use maple syrup, which I've done. I've just found this truff makes an amazing flavor that's very unique, and a lot of it melts off when the bacon renders anyway, so it's not a blow your head off kind of a thing. Turn that over. A little drizzle. Rub it in. By the way, I always use thick cut bacon for this, and I put about a heaping cup of the sugar in a pan, and I find that's just about the right amount to do one package of bacon. Then I'm going to take my prepped bacon, put it on the brown sugar, smush it down in there a little bit, crunch a little on top, press, press, press. I'm going to flip it over. A little bit more. You don't want it mounded up on here. The sugar is going to crystallize. One of the things to be careful of with the temp on the whatever cooker you use, sugar tends to burn anything much above 250, 275. So I do cook this a little hotter because I like the bacon to get crisp. But you just have to keep an eye on it. I find sometimes some of the pieces burn a little bit, but you're probably going to get a 90% yield or so out of this. That's just amazing. So I'm not going to force you to watch me do this whole pack. I'll finish this up, transfer it over to this. They have these vinyl grill safe mats that are really handy for transferring volumes of things. So I'm just going to transfer these pieces. I usually just kind of take my thumbs, rub it in one last time, get a nice even coat on there. And I don't know if you can see that. Move it over to here. It usually takes me 2 of these to get one batch done, so I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so I've got that package of thick cut bacon done. As I said, it takes 2 of these vinyl mats to pretty much hold that. I'm going to take them out, put them on the grill. I'll probably put them on for a total of 40 minutes. I like to put them on for 20 minutes at first and then check them. Some of the pieces sometimes get a little darker than some of the others, so it's really important that you watch it. Okay, so we're going to get the bacon on the Rectech. Just a matter of opening it up. I'll put half on this side, half on this side, and we'll get her shut down. Again, the temp's set at 330, and we'll probably come back and check this in about 20 minutes. Okay, so we're going to get the bacon on the Rectech. Just a matter of opening it up. I'll put half on this side, half on this side, and we'll get her shut down. Again, the temp's set at 330, and we'll probably come back and check this in about 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm just, it's been about 20 minutes. I'm going to go out and check the bacon. I'll probably rotate the two containers side to side just to make sure that the cooking is even. One of the things I got are some of these insulated gloves that I can put right underneath my nitrile plastic gloves that I like to use. And it's not as good as the rubber insulated high heat gloves, but this will handle most of the stuff I cook is at pretty low temp anyway. So this makes it really easy. These things are washable, disposable. I get them at How to Barbecue Right, Malcolm Reed's site. And one other thing, I've got a cookie sheet here lined with parchment paper. When you take this bacon off, it needs to go on parchment paper immediately. Do not put it directly on a cookie sheet or something like that, because that sugar is just going to crystallize and it's going to stick. So I'll see you out at the grill. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at these. As you can see, they're sizzling nicely. Looks like this side's cooking a little quicker than this side. So one of the things I like to do is just give them a quick rotate. I'm going to move this over here and this over here. Whoop, look out. And I also like to spin them once. And this will help ensure that they cook as evenly as they can. They're never going to cook completely evenly, but this will really help a lot. So that's kind of what they look like after 20 minutes. These are getting close already, so I'm probably going to go another 10 minutes, take a look. Some of these I may pull off earlier than some of the rest, and it's just kind of something you got to get a feel for. Okay, so it's been about another 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and look at these again. As you can see, getting a nice sizzle. I want to remind everybody that at this heat, these things, that sugar will burn, so you really got to keep an eye on it so that it comes out. It doesn't really have to be crunchy, crispy like you might have at breakfast, but it's good if it has a nice color. And it only took 5 more minutes, and this stuff, so that's why I said you really got to keep an eye on it. I've burnt this before, but it's worth every minute that you have to do to try to keep an eye on it. So I'm going to pull a couple of these. This one's done. I think this one's done. Treat. So I'm going to leave these on here for a little bit more. Happy birthday to my neighbor and good friend Dan Gaspar. We'll take these down tomorrow and enjoy them with a nice glass of Crown. See you in about another 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been about another 5 minutes. I think we're at about 45 minutes total cook time now. I think pretty much all of these are done. They have great color. They're sizzling. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I'm going to start to pull these. Put them over here. Again, try not to let them touch because they will bond together. Let that sugar set up. That, as they say, is that. Little cook treat here. These pads really clean easily. It's mostly sugar. Just put them in the sink and rinse them off and put them in the dishwasher and you're good to go. So I'll go ahead and turn this off. Shut the lid. And to do that, all I have to do is hit the power button. And it automatically cools itself down and does everything for us. So, okay, so we're getting ready to do a taste test here. I guess it's been about 45-50 minutes total cook time. Really easy recipe. Doesn't cost a lot. Again, just to review, we use thick cut bacon, and I simply coated it with a light coating of truff hot sauce. You can use regular hot sauce. You can use maple syrup, whatever you want. Experiment, but the brown sugar is the key. And then have a little bit of sugar spread out, mush it down, get a little coating on both sides. Doesn't have to be a lot. You really have to pay attention to the temp though, because at the temperature you need to cook bacon at to make it somewhat crisp, that sugar will burn quickly. So just keep an eye on it, and we'll give it a little taste here. As you can see, it just kind of stands up like a piece of candy. I'll put this in the fridge tonight. I did let it cool outside. It's about 31 degrees. But in the summertime, you're going to want to put this in the fridge for a little while to let the sugar set. So, It wasn't like bacon, but you get that sweet and just the slightest hint of heat and that truffle sweetness that comes in the back. This is amazing, served hot or cold. I'll put this in the fridge tonight and just take it as is. We may do another batch, but man, can't say enough about gluten-free, by the way. So like and subscribe, and we have lots more videos coming, and appreciate your support.